because I got up some information about like just various autumn holidays.
Wait,
just
hang
in
on,
case
hang on. Did you do research for this?
Yes, this is Scara. She's
little
always
bit.
prepared.
A little bit.
Scar's
You're not supposed to do research. That's too much work. We're supposed to be uneducated people, not qualified to speak on the topic. Speaking of the topic.
Hello and welcome to the Biscuit Discourse for the first time in months. This is a monthly podcast because none of us can commit to weekly. I'm
Lives.
lives-ish. I'm kind of the host, only because I always do the intro because no one else wants to. So today,
We're all too awkward.
yeah, you're all too
You're the
awkward.
most extroverty of everyone in the group.
Not really.
This group.
This group.
True. I'm the only one with hosting experience. I think is
Yes.
what it is.
Yeah.
You did a radio thing.
Yeah, I've been on the
did?
radio, and I've been on stage as a host, so I've got hosting experience. Anyway,
Man, I wasn't realizing we were unlocking Mars's backstory. Screw the holidays. Tell me about your life, Mars.
later. It's not interesting.
Okay.
To other people anyway. Right, so in this episode we've got people who have had before, so there's me, Mars, we've got Tanadin, Emma and Scara. Tanadin is the only American in this episode because the other Americans are busy. But
They
They're,
have
like,
lives.
Showers
apparently.
and going
Yeah.
to cornfields and
Going to
riding bald eagles and stuff.
and playing D&D and stuff.
yeah, we're
Okay,
barely
the
joking.
bald eagle one is the only one that isn't actually happening. Someone is actually going to a
Well, I
cornfield to do
mean-
a sub. I'm really confused.
We're not
Yeah, sub's
questioning
going
it.
to confirm.
Even though we Brits outnumber Tanadin, there is the issue that all three of us are feeling Emma's tired,
Nah.
Scara's feeling and I'm ill. So
Dog!
Special guest, a bug.
just random dog appears and takes over the podcast.
which one is it,
I'm
Emma?
so sorry about that.
Well, that was professional.
Since
We
when
never
are we
promised to be professional.
I mean... Okay.
Anyway, what is the topic
yeah.
for this episode, Scara?
Well, we're mainly talking about Halloween and Thanksgiving, but if we get round to it, we might talk about other kind of autumnal, fall holidays. But Halloween, most important, because I love Halloween.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it was
So-
the best, dude.
So I get invited to a Halloween party, never happens, and I can't go because I'm on holiday. So I'm sad about that.
Aww.
It's with my theatre group. I'm sad because I can't go. Because last year's Halloween party with that lot, I heard so many stories. I didn't go to that one either because I wasn't invited.
Oh.
Oh.
And
Okay,
the year that you
I
are
have a
invited,
question, actually. I'm
can't
going to drag this back to last podcast's topic real quick,
course.
really briefly.
Mhm.
Only really briefly, I promise. When you say on holiday, you don't mean you have time off. You mean you're out. You're on vacation. You're
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so strange to me because I've heard it used both ways.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
use both
And so
ways.
it's really confusing because I'm like, okay, but if you have free time, then why can't you go? I don't understand. I'm like, oh, it's because you're not here.
Yeah, on holiday is either away from work or on a
Away
vacation.
from your regular life sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Please continue.
Yes. So, Halloween is not as big a deal in the UK as it is in America.
What?
It's really not.
For yourself.
There are lots of people who really like it, but I also encounter so many people who are like, it's Halloween.
Yeah, or-
eh.
Yeah.
Or only get excited for it kind of like the weekend of.
Yeah.
And there's around where I live, there's so many people who actually put up signs saying no trick-or-treaters.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, you don't put up signs. Pretty much during the evening and night of Halloween, if your light is on, like your outdoor light, then that means you have candy. If it's off, that means no trick-or-treaters allowed. And pretty much if you're decorated for Halloween, that's kind of an indication.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
seems
so
it's
if
pretty
you
people
don't,
don't make the effort.
They
And
kind
so
of.
if you run out of candy, you just turn your light off.
Mm.
So then trick-or-treaters don't show up, and so you don't have to
Mm.
disappoint, dozens of little children.
Yeah, the kind of unspoken rule in my estate is if there's a pumpkin or some kind of decoration outside someone's house, they've probably got sweets that they're giving out.
Yeah, same with my neighbourhood, Mars, and my town in general. If you decorate and you put a pumpkin outside, then you will welcome trick-or-treaters, sort of thing.
Yeah.
We can't really carve pumpkins here because I'm in Texas, and it gets so hot that they just rot. So if you're going to carve a pumpkin, you kind of have to carve it on the 30th or like the day of Halloween.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I
it's
always
gonna rot. It's
I
gonna
always
get
tend
terrible.
We
to
always
I always
carve our
tend to carve
pumpkin
the
on Halloween.
yeah. I usually do mine the day of, but because
Yeah.
my costume this year for Halloween is going to have like nail polish, I do not want to be kind of scooping out the pumpkin guts with nail polish on and ruin the nail polish. So I'm going to do it the day before.
When I
this
lived in
year.
Montana, you could carve it in like September, and it just freeze, and it'd be fine.
Oh my god.
There was one year where it froze to
Yeah.
our porch, and I don't think we could get it off until spring, I believe. Which, remember, in Montana is like June.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was stuck. Okay, May, but
It's like every day was
this-
Halloween.
This one's going to have random interjections from my dad. So I mean, apparently, because he's just commenting on
Guest
everything I
starring Tennyson's dad.
say. Guest starring my father.
Marvelous. Special
Yeah.
guest star.
But I always go all out with the decorations. I mean, my parents don't really kind of get Halloween, but we've always given out sweets to kids and stuff. But when I was like 16, 17, I was like, Mum, I really, really love Halloween. Can I please, go buy some decorations and like decorate the outside and the window? And she was like, yeah, okay. And we got so many trick-or-treaters, so many more trick-or-treaters because we'd done the decorations. And
Yeah.
I still go and decorate my parents' house and give out sweets at my parents' house because where I live in a flat, it's a bit difficult to kind of do
Yeah.
trick-or-treating.
It sounds difficult because, here there's not a lot of stuff like that. I mean, I guess maybe in the bigger cities, but like you don't have a whole lot of people living in one building as much. Like more people just have houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live on a
Yes.
massive estate.
Mm.
There's this one house, and they
Explain
go.
what you mean by that, Mars. Because when I hear massive estate, I think you're rich and live in a manor.
No,
No,
like a
then
housing
a housing estate. So it's
No
it's-
idea what that is.
A housing estate is a massive area that's just full of houses, and it's
It's
there's
kind of like a
roads.
section.
A neighborhood?
Yeah, a
A
neighborhood.
neighborhood.
yeah,
Yeah.
neighborhood. It's called an estate.
Basically.
Anyway, there's this one house, and they always go all out with Halloween. They're always all dressed up, and they stay in character. They are in character the whole time. And they turn their house into a haunted house and let people come inside. I didn't
Oh,
go
wow.
inside because I was a little bit terrified that they were going to do something,
Jump scary.
I was thinking of other things, but yeah, jump scary.
Yeah.
You look, when there is a mummy who gives you a hug and a vampire who is talking about eating someone's brains, you get a little bit concerned. These people
Yeah.
would stay in character. It's very impressive. But they've done it every year. It's really cool.
That's quite
That is
common here. I
cool.
mean, a lot of people really go all out decorating their houses and are in costume and hand things out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a way to refer to this person. The aunt of the two Nikos in the group. Whenever someone she knows happens by, she makes you sing a song or something before she'll give you candy. It's really annoying. It's pretty funny, but when you're not expecting it and you're easily given anxiety, I'm like, oh, I'll pass on the candy and I'll just steal some later. I know you.
But where I go and decorate my parents' house, it's like since we've started doing it, I always try and add something new or do something different with the window each year.
Mhm.
And we've got this beware spooky tape that we put around the hedge that leads up to our path, and we always have about 3 pumpkins, and I tend to do a kind of more kid-friendly one that's near the the end of the hedge that's closest to the path, so the little tiny kids coming in don't get quite so scared.
So
And
you
then I
have
do a couple,
like an 18 rated pumpkin and a U rated pumpkin.
yeah.
What?
I have like a couple like really like spooky, scary like
Skeletons.
pumpkin.
Skeletons.
Spooky, scary skeletons. No, but it's like really like horrific, like proper horror pumpkin faces, and then I do one that's slightly less scary. That's got more like you know, you can get the pushing things to decorate your pumpkins, so you don't actually have to carve. You can just
Yeah,
get face pushing things
like the cookie cutters.
like cookie cutters, but
Yeah.
they just like googly eyes that you can
Like-
press onto
like
the
Miss
outside of the
Potato
pumpkin.
Head.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like Mr. and Mr. Potato Head pieces that you just put on the
That's not
outside.
fun.
Yeah. So I tend to do one like that, but still with a bit of a carved out mouth, just with like the normal kind of like jack-o'-lantern teeth, where it's the square
Triangle.
teeth sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that goes near the bottom of the hedge. But then of course they get to the front door and we've got like spooky bells and stuff, and a knocker that's like a
Spooky
skull with a
bells?
ring. Yeah, spooky doorbells that we put on the outside of our door.
That's cool.
And there's a skull with like a knocker in its mouth, and when you move the knocker, its eyes light up and it goes, "Hey, who's there? Trick or
That's
treaters?
terrifying.
I love trick or treaters." And it is a
Was
bit
that your
terrifying.
attempt at American accent, Scar?
No, it was my attempt at Scully, as I named him.
Oh.
But yeah, but we did get lots and lots of compliments about, oh, we love your decorations, and someone actually came and took photos of my pumpkins last year, so that was kind of
Aw.
We don't do much. We put up like little ghosts here and there. We sometimes carve a pumpkin. We don't usually because it's a lot of hassle and you kind of have to do it like the day before and then it's rotted in 2 days.
Yeah.
So it's
Fine.
very sad.
But I know in like certain places in America, you tend to put up Halloween decorations on like the 1st of October.
Yeah.
It's like I
And
would
people
love,
put up Christmas decorations on like the 1st of November.
yeah, people in
So-
the UK,
I'm
people
so
in the
excited for
UK,
Christmas.
people in the UK do that as well. Put
I've
their
already
Christmas
seen
decorations
Christmas
in November.
decorations.
Yes,
Okay, no,
they
it's
are-
too early.
They are already in the shops next to the Halloween stuff.
I
And I'm like,
need
no,
to have my
Pringles.
birthday first.
Pringles are already decorated with like Christmas trees. I was like, no, I just want my Pringles. I don't want these Christmas tree decorated Pringles. What is this? It's
Yeah,
not even
please do.
Halloween yet.
yeah,
I
it's
have
like
not
they-
yet had
it's
my
like when they-
birthday.
Yeah,
This
it's like
is
when
what
they
I'm
start
saying.
putting. It's like when they start putting Easter eggs out just after Christmas, and I'm like, no.
What? What?
Have you- Yeah,
Have you not seen that? At the back of
I
supermarkets,
don't go
they
They
will
do that.
out.
They do that here. It's terrible.
Emma
It's
doesn't leave
like,
the house enough to know this.
No.
Yeah.
I don't either. But when I was a kid, I noticed it. I'm like, man, it's like January 2nd and have Easter eggs out. What is this?
Yeah, I've beginning of the year,
So,
Easter.
Mm.
It's
so has anyone got like
ridiculous.
a best Halloween experience or anything?
I have a funny story. I think I've told this
Mm-hmm.
one to at least one of you will have heard this. But
Okay.
a few years ago, and I say a few, I mean like 9 or 10 years ago, I went to this Halloween thing at a shop. The shop was Borders. I think,
I've heard this story.
yeah, the local one closed down, but I don't know if it was like all the branches closed. Anyway, it was this Halloween thing, and there were party games and everyone was dressed up and it was all really cool, and there was a Halloween costume competition. Now, I had asked my mum to make me a ghost costume, and my mum doesn't just make a ghost costume, she makes a ghost costume. So
Oh boy.
so she gets this silk fabric that's shiny, and then she gets chains to make it look like. So it was a really cool costume.
Mm.
So it was taking the just sheet with holes in to the next level. Anyway,
Yeah.
one of my friends was also there, and he was dressed up as a ghost as well, but he was doing the classic sheet over your head with
Mhm.
eye holes.
Eye holes. Yeah.
guess who wins the Halloween costume competition?
Not you?
Not me. Him.
Oh
He didn't
God!
even wear the sheets half the time. I stayed committed.
At least
to my
you
costume.
committed to your costume.
Yeah.
That's really offensive, frankly.
I had a cool costume I committed to wearing, and then this guy, he wins the competition. Maybe
You
the
were
woman just
cheated,
thought that...
Mars.
Yeah, I was cheated. Maybe the woman just thought that he was a mummy or something because he was wearing white clothes.
Yeah, or that, or they thought you'd bought your costume. Because
Yeah.
I've had that before, when my mum's made me some really, really cool costumes,
Uh-huh.
and then people are like, "Oh, so where did you buy that?" And it's like, I didn't buy it. It was made, homemade. It's
Yeah.
like, oh,
That was one of the things my mum said to console me. It was like, maybe they thought that it was bought, and they thought that the person who had the homemade one deserved the prize. I was like,
mm.
fuck off.
It's like, it doesn't make
Although, you know, at 7 years old, I wouldn't actually have thought that.
I don't
No.
think you knew that then.
No.
Oh.
But yeah,
So,
I was cheated.
yeah, you were cheated.
But
So
you
one
were
thing
cheated.
I would like to talk about, which it was shared on my Facebook, and I thought it was a really cool idea, but I think it's mostly an American thing. It's called the Teal Pumpkin Project.
What?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, and it's basically to raise awareness of food allergies, so that kids who go trick or treating but have food allergies, who have to kind of sort through their candy, their trick or treat treats, and then go, okay, I can't have that because I'm allergic to wheat, or I'm allergic to gluten, or something like that.
Right.
That they so the Teal Pumpkin Project is like, you put a teal painted pumpkin out front and make a pledge that you will not only give out food treats, but you also give out kind of non-food treats like small toys or something like that. So so you're being like inclusive to people with food allergies, so they get
cute.
something, a proper treat, rather than just food stuff that they're going to have to throw away or give away.
That's brilliant,
Yeah.
actually. Because there's a lot of people, like, even in Project Monsters, there's a lot of people with food allergies. Like, even, heck, Emma,
Hello.
if you had a peanut, you'd die.
Yeah, I mean, Emma, if
Token
you went
respect.
trick or treating, you would probably have to very carefully check everything you would given to make sure they didn't have any like nut oils in it, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Because then you
It's
just die. It'd be
ritual.
very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you'd gone trick or treating, you'd be given like small toys or packs of cards or like some kind of activity set or something. You'd have
That'd be
something
cool.
to actually do and be like,
Yeah.
rather than just like fill yourself up with sweets that will kill you.
I want to fill myself up with sweets and
Hopefully not ones that kill you.
no. Yeah, I'm lucky enough to not have food allergies to
Yeah, same
most
here.
things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a cute idea. I like that.
So if ever anything like this takes up in the UK, I definitely want to check it out and kind of
Oh yeah.
do
Yeah.
that. So, but for any like American people, Tanadin and other people who listen to this afterwards, like look into the Teal Pumpkin Project.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you said Till Pumpkin
I did too.
Project, and
Teal.
that didn't make any sense.
Your
Teal.
accent was
T-
confusingly
Teal.
teal.
Teal
The
Pumpkin
color.
Project. Yeah,
Yeah.
But
teal
the moment you
colour.
said something about, a teal color, I'm like, oh!
That's what you're
color.
talking about.
I was
Yeah.
like, what's a teal pumpkin? Are you a farmer? Are you taking Sean's place as our resident farmer?
No, a teal pumpkin is like a pumpkin that's a till.
Yep.
But it's basically cash.
I want one of those.
Oh dear.
Give me your money, pumpkin.
Oh, but so
You
where
carve
where
it, it spits out Clash coins.
so where do you guys like get your pumpkins from? Do you like buy them from the supermarket, or do you go to a local pumpkin patch to?
I don't know.
get them?
Like,
Um,
we used to go to a pumpkin patch where, like, last time, I believe my dad just showed up with a pumpkin, and I was like, where did you get this?
It fell
Yeah.
off the back of the truck.
I come downstairs and he just has a pumpkin. I'm like, where did you find this pumpkin?
It really depends with us. Last year, my dad was commuting back and forth from somewhere, and he drove past this farm that had a special offer on pumpkins, so that's where we got our pumpkin from last year. But a lot of the time we get them from a supermarket or a farm. But we don't go and specifically go and get it as a family thing. It's just someone appears with a pumpkin one day and it gets carved.
Yeah, basically. We don't do pumpkin carving a lot. We don't really decorate our house.
That's unfortunate. You should.
You disappoint me, Emma.
I'm sorry.
Emma, the least Halloween spirited of all of us.
Yeah.
Well, no, I do stuff on Halloween. I take my nephew. The last couple of years I've taken my nephews trick-or-treating. I think there's only been 1 year which I haven't done trick-or-treating.
I never
that when
did
you were,
trick-or-treating myself, though.
I have. It's more disappointing than you'd think, because if you're me, there's not a whole lot of stuff that you actually like. So half of your candy bucket is things that you don't like. Last year I went with Nico, and he and I got rained on really early on, so we didn't get a whole lot, and we just and everything that I didn't like I traded to him mostly for things I did like, because he knows how I am, and he likes things I don't like Tootsie Rolls. I hate those. And all of my friends like them, so I can just trade them. It's great.
Yeah,
But
the Tootsie
honestly,
Rolls
this year I
are
think
like
I'm just
the
gonna
chewy
stay
things.
home and just get they're like fake chocolate. This year I think I'm just gonna stay home and like get an extra bag or two of candy for myself, so I'm guaranteed stuff that I like.
Yeah. But this is the other thing with me when I was growing up, Halloween wasn't so much of a big deal over here as even as it is now, and it's not that big a deal in the UK. But it really, really wasn't when I was growing up. The only time
Because you're old.
Yeah, it is because I'm old. It is because I'm old. There was not the phenomenon of Halloween as it is now. I can't say phenomenon.
I can't say it either.
I don't think your accent was ever meant to formulate itself around that word.
I've got a blocked nose, that's my excuse.
So, but the one cool thing that I did do when I was growing up.
Hang on, Mars. What did you say? All I heard is Scar doesn't have a nose.
I have a blocked nose.
Okay.
That's my excuse for not being able to say phenomenon.
I was like, what do you mean Scar doesn't have a nose?
Yeah, did you not
That's
know
how
that
do I
Scar
smell?
is
Terrible.
Voldemort?
Haha.
Why would you be so mean to yourself?
I don't know, self-deprecating humour.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
sorry.
when I was growing up, the one cool thing that I really did do that, like everything else I didn't do, no. The one cool thing
Everything else that Scar did was not cool. But this one thing, this was cool.
The one cool thing Scar did as a child.
Yeah.
Well, it was when I was on my my chemotherapy for my leukemia when I was a kid, and there were a lot of kids who were in the hospital who obviously couldn't go out trick-or-treating if they wanted to go out trick-or-treating. So me and my mum said, what if we did reverse trick-or-treating? So we dress up in costumes and we take sweets up to the hospital to the kids' ward.
That's adorable.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so me and my mum dressed up as witches, and my mum actually had like a proper witch's broom, which she's still got in our attic.
I'm not even surprised, just knowing you.
Well, knowing me, I have a real witch's broom. Yeah. So we dressed up as witches, and my like kind of like primary school boyfriend at the time.
Boyfriend.
You know, one of those kind of like, I like you too, sort of hold hands and we're boyfriend girlfriend sort of thing.
Yeah.
When you're like 6.
When we're both 6, 7 sort of
You
thing.
both said
Like,
yeah in sync, and it was terrifying.
Tanadin is easily scared.
Yes.
Well,
that's kind of the definition of anxiety disorder.
well, and the worst thing is that in like the horror films, there's always the spooky British kids, isn't it?
It is. You're right. It is.
I don't watch enough horror films to know this stereotype.
Dang British children.
So we went reverse trick or treating, like with it's like me, my mum, it's like him and his mum, and my mum carved out a pumpkin and put a purple carrier bag inside it because obviously we're going to fill it with sweets and can't have a candle. So it was really nice, and we just went and gave out sweets on the kids' ward.
That's cute.
That's sweet. I like that.
But
But it's just sweet. Giving out.
I noticed the moment that word left my mouth. However, because the thing is, it doesn't occur to me because we don't call them sweets, as we've discussed before. We call them candy.
We're not talking about that. We're not. No.
No, that's.
I know, we're not. I know. I'm just saying we discussed it, and I'm saying that that's not what we do.
Yeah, and my it's like when we get our pumpkins for carving, we used to just go and buy like the biggest ones we could from the supermarket, but you can't really get like ginormous proper pumpkins from the supermarket.
No, you can't.
So some friends of ours, they go to our local pumpkin patch, which always the profits that they get from selling the pumpkins goes to a different charity each year.
Nice.
That's cute.
Yeah. So they do different. So they've done things like Demel's House Children's Hospice and Pilgrim's Hospice and various other different things. And they're doing like their chosen charity this year, I think, is Cherished Gowns, who take donated bridal dresses and make them into angel dresses for babies who are stillborn
yes,
who
I've
die
heard
when they're
this.
tiny.
Oh,
Aw.
right. Yeah, I know that charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
So we spent half of this talking about Halloween, which is predictable.
Hmm.
Yep.
Don't we have other things we want to talk about as well, though?
Yeah.
Yes, Tana, explain Thanksgiving.
Yes.
to us.
Wait, you guys don't have Thanksgiving, do you?
No.
No, we don't.
All right. Okay. So there's Canada also has
Good
Thanksgiving. They
work,
do it
Tanadin.
differently, I
Good
think,
work on
But I
explaining.
wish. Hang on, I'm not done. They do it differently. I don't know what's different about it, but they have it like a set date in October. It's weird, but we have it a Thursday in November.
Isn't
I
it the
don't remember-
third Thursday?
I think it's the third Thursday. I don't honestly know.
Third Thursday.
What you do is you have a lot of food, essentially. You're like supposed to be thankful. It's about being thankful for what you have.
Hmm.
No?
Right.
Are you going to educate me and the Brits about Thanksgiving?
Well, I don't want you lying to your friends who are not American.
What do I know about Thanksgiving? We just have like a turkey. We're all going to get educated by my father.
Okay, Dadadin. Tell us. Educate us.
So
Halloween,
it started
Thanksgiving.
When
Even.
the
Yes.
Pilgrims showed up, and they had no idea what the heck they were doing, and the Native Americans taught them how to grow stuff and what was safe to eat and stuff. So it started being thankful about that, and then we killed them, which was not cool. But it started being thankful about that, and it slowly just kind of expanded into just being thankful about stuff in general.
Mm.
What that means now is you get a bunch of food and you invite your family over, and then you have dinner a little bit past lunchtime, and it takes forever to prepare, and then you're stuffed.
Mm.
So
And you have
And
like,
yeah, and then you
have
lie around
sweet
groaning,
potato
holding your
pie
stomach
and
for-
stuff like that, don't you?
Yes, I mean we don't, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly a Thanksgiving expert. We needed
Yeah.
a different American, and we couldn't find another American. None of the Americans were available for this,
Mm.
so
See,
it's just me.
Everything
We
I
needed a
know
better American.
about Thanksgiving. Yeah, everything
Hey,
I
I'm
know
not
about
a bad American. I'm just not good at Thanksgiving.
everything I know about Thanksgiving I learnt from kind of like American TV shows that I watched. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
Thing is,
Okay.
it's not like Halloween where there's like all the stuff you do. There's not as much to Thanksgiving. It's not that big of a deal.
mm.
It's
what
not
I
that
know
big
is
of a
that you
deal.
eat lots of food and you
Everyone.
sit around
Like,
the table.
there's
and
not
say
like
what
all
you're
this
thankful
marketing
for.
and stuff for it. It's like, yeah, okay, there's some more turkeys and stuff has some turkeys
Yeah.
on it for like a week. Okay,
but
that's
do you-
over. Time for more Christmas.
It always
Do you
seems like
do
a
the
really
thing where
big
you eat
deal.
lots of food and then go around the table and say what you're thankful for?
No.
No.
No, we do not.
That's just a TV thing, is it?
I don't know. Maybe that's something that some people do, but we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I know
But
about
like the big
Thanksgiving
thing
is
is like
what I've
everyone
learned
has a
from
turkey,
friends.
and it's hilarious because I don't like to eat
Yeah.
turkey. So
And the
No, I don't particularly like it.
The only other thing that I know about Thanksgiving is that the Native Americans fed the settlers because the settlers were starving in the winter and stuff like that.
because they were, I've actually been learning about this in history. It's because
Yeah,
at least that particular colony, they didn't focus at all on getting food because they were all like rich people. So like, we're gonna show up, we're gonna make all these laborers get gold, and then we're gonna leave. And they didn't find any gold, and then it was winter, and the Native Americans were like, are you guys actually stupid? You're going to die.
yeah.
The
And
Americans
they
were
hadn't gone
questioning
around
the
killing them
sanity.
yet, so they were helpful.
Mm.
The Americans were questioning the intelligence of other people. The Americans.
Well, at that time it was still the British, Mars. So
It was still
Yeah.
the British. Because it was the British that are just showing up like, we're going to take over this. Oh, there's native people here.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the Native Americans who
that's
were
quite-
questioning the English.
yeah,
Well,
Choose
yeah, because the
intelligence.
English showed up and winter was coming and they needed food and they hadn't bothered to grow any food. They
You're
dig
just
it into the
missing
dirt.
my insult
shiny
to
rocks.
the intelligence of Americans, aren't you?
Look,
yeah.
you realize that
She's proving your point.
you're, there were no Americans yet. There were Native Americans
Yes.
and there were British people.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm aware of this. I'm implying that
Regular
Americans,
Americans
are
have
stupid.
nothing to do with this. You're not really succeeding at calling me stupid. You're just succeeding calling everyone here stupid.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Please call him.
She's not wrong.
She's also calling herself and everyone else in the call stupid, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not calling myself stupid.
You're British.
No, I was, never mind. It was a joke
Yeah.
that clearly went over your head.
She's
it was a
not
very
British.
good
I'm
joke.
sorry. I was busy explaining when you made the joke and you haven't fully explained the joke. I need a second American. This is too much. This is
Yeah.
too much pressure.
Mars,
We move on.
Mars. I think what you need to do is you need to put Tanadin's avatar and then like a joke swooping over her head.
No, be nice to me. I'm sorry. I can't be intelligent all the time.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can be intelligent all the time,
Not even I.
apart from like really, really, really smart people.
We should move
Like
on, or I'm
Donald
going to
Trump.
start telling stories about times that Mars was stupid.
Oh, I dare
So-
you.
I have many.
Yeah, Emma, hang on.
Piss
Tell
off.
us a story.
Well, this has just gone off the
Where
rails.
have you gone?
Hey, it took us like half an hour to go completely off the rails. I think that's a new record.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're doing well.
hmm
Okay,
We
what's
are.
Oktoberfest? Because
Um,
Scar was talking
according
about
to-
it before the podcast started.
Yeah. According to Wikipedia, Oktoberfest takes place
In October?
for. Well,
Yeah, it
it's
does.
more actually November than October.
Well, that doesn't make any
Um,
sense, does it?
Why is it
No.
not Novemberfest then?
Because in the original Munich Oktoberfest took place in
In
1994, actually in October,
No,
And
it
it's
took
just
place in
a-
January.
and it's just a beer festival where lots of people drink various different beers.
Oh, yes, I've heard
Oh, that's
this.
something I can get behind.
Says the youngest one
Oh,
in the
there's alcohol?
podcast.
I'm in, says Emma.
Who isn't actually old enough to drink yet?
That's information that doesn't need to be shared. Oh, bye iPod.
It's too late. It's too late. It's been shared.
Oh, well.
Anyway, uh, bonfire
I turned
night.
16 in 11 days.
Bonfire night.
Yeah, bonfire night.
So you don't have bonfire night, do you, Tanadin? 'Cause it's completely irrelevant
I
to
don't
you.
think so.
They
What?
didn't have Guy Fawkes.
Yeah,
No.
you wouldn't have bonfire night. Basically, bonfire night is the celebration that Parliament did not get blown up.
Why
Parliament
do
and
we
the
celebrate
king.
that?
Yeah,
Yes.
Parliament and the king.
Why is
didn't
that
get
nothing
blown
to
up.
celebrate? What almost happened that almost led to them getting blown up?
The
It's a good thing.
gunpowder plot. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
like, I know-
gunpowder plot.
Remember the 5th of November, gunpowder treason and plot.
plot.
Da 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 should never be forgot.
Blow yourself up.
It's
What's What is the
don't
rhyme?
you remember? Don't you remember the 5th of November? It was Gunpowder Treason Day. I let off my gun and I made them all run and stole all their bonfire away.
Of course she
Here's
knows
another
it.
one.
She's old, that's why.
Yeah.
I've also got Wikipedia open in front of me.
Basically, it takes
um,
place on the 5th of November every single year, and it's an excuse for people to have fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks and a bonfire, and usually
Are you
usually
guys just celebrating something completely irrelevant just because you feel bad because you don't have 4th of July, so you can't set off fireworks for no reason?
Basically.
yeah, we're also essentially celebrating the death of Guy Fawkes as well, because people make a scarecrow guy, as they dub him, and
And burn him.
burn him at the stake in
Yay!
the bonfire.
Yeah.
You
okay.
guys are brutal!
Yeah,
we
we've
are
already
brutal.
worked this
Like,
out
man,
in
we're
previous
just like,
podcasts.
okay, we got rid of England.
I'm
You
sure-
guys are like, we're just going to set this man on fire.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I mentioned in a previous podcast about Guy Fawkes' actual death, and he was just the scapegoat. He wasn't even the mastermind behind the plot. He's just the guy who got caught.
Yeah.
He
So
was trying
he
to
gets
stop
all the
it.
credit for it.
He gets all the credit for it, and he was just a minor player.
Yeah. And
Um,
I found the actual rhyme that I was trying to do. Remember,
Yes.
the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason and plot. We see no reason why gunpowder, treason should ever be forgot.
That's the one. Yeah.
There's also another one. Guy Fawkes' guy, 'twas his intent to blow up the king and parliament. 70 barrels were laid below to prove old England's overthrow. By God's mercy he was catched. Yep. With a darkened lantern and burning match. So holla boys, let the bells ring. Holla boys, God save the king. And what shall we do with him? Burn him.
Mm.
You guys are just, hey, we found this guy that could have done something bad. Let's set him on fire.
England was brutal. We've covered
still
this with the
are.
torture.
Mm.
Yeah,
When we
hang
talked
on.
about torture.
You guys are way worse.
Well, no. Our history,
Is
It's-
longer.
yes, and
full of
has
more
some
blood.
really brutal stuff in it.
Yeah, because you guys had to go through the whole Dark Ages thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That was pretty
Dark
brutal.
Ages were terrible.
I don't think anyone escaped being a horrible person during the Dark Ages.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there's the Black Death, and then there's Henry VIII, who
That's
just...
fascinating. The Black Death is fascinating.
It is.
I learned about it in history. It's so cool.
It is.
Yeah, I wouldn't use cool to describe a
No,
massive
it's-
plague.
no,
Yeah,
it's cool
The
to talk
history
about.
of it is cool.
Yeah, the bubonic plague itself is definitely not cool.
No.
That is
No.
just horrific. And I'm
I
so
wish it
glad that
upon
we
no
don't.
one.
Pretty much you escaped it by either taking a bath or setting everyone who was infected and their house on fire.
London's
Yeah, and also
Yes.
through the accidental discovery of penicillin.
Yay!
Which was discovered by a person that's known as has slipped my brain.
Mm.
That's helpful
I had
information,
it.
Emma. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. It was invented by a human.
Penicillin was actually discovered before the First World Wars, but it was World War II that
Popularised.
made it popular, yes.
Mm.
And that's what led to other antibiotics being discovered and worked on.
Alexander Fleming.
Yay.
But that's it.
That's the person!
But the people kind of accidentally discovered it because they boarded themselves up in their houses to escape the plague, and they ended up with this. They had bread and they had cheese to survive on, and of course both went mouldy, but that was all they had, so they ate it anyway. And the penicillin is what actually saved them.
Yay!
Yes.
Yep. Yay.
Not that they knew this because of the Dark Ages.
Yes.
Quite.
What's a book?
Well, Tanadin.
This is the thing. This is the thing. We
I'm
find the cures for so many things, and then we actually forget them.
being
Yeah.
a Dark Ages person, Mars. I know what a book is.
Mm.
Do you know what a book is?
Yeah.
Dead trees.
Good job, Emma.
Educational.
I don't. I expect. I expect Mars and Emma are both too young to remember the penny for the guy tradition.
No, I know about that one.
Yeah,
What?
Sounds familiar.
yeah. Either someone would dress up as a guy scarecrow, or or kids would make a guy scarecrow and push it around in a wheelbarrow
Oh,
And-
yeah.
and collect pennies and money to I don't know whether they were doing it for charity or whether it was being done just so they could have some sweets or toys or whatever.
A more sinister Christmas caroling without the songs.
Yeah. It's like pushing around a scarecrow going, penny for the guy, penny for the guy.
Yeah. England's weird.
England
We are
is
weird.
weird. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Just
We are very
don't
weird.
question England,
No.
and you'll be
What?
fine.
Don't question us.
I'm questioning.
I thought you were
Don't make
zooming
me
out.
bring up the sinks again.
Oh, we are not going there.
What's this?
My nickname for Emma on Skype is Emma the Sink Gremlin because of
Oh
that
my
conversation.
Oh my god.
What?
We
I
We-
got so
I believe-
angry.
Scar, I believe this is the week you were not here. We discussed the differences between American and UK sinks and like the plugs we use for them,
Okay.
and they're very different because we don't have ones on chains. We have like built-in things that you just push behind the sink thing and it closes it, or like you
Oh,
pull it and then you push it and it opens. And then it was like,
I
there's
may have
none of
been
those
there.
here. You just use the chains and like, but why would you get your hands wet? Just
Because
pull
you
the
don't.
stick.
You have a chain long enough that it you just grab the top of it and pull.
See?
But what if you want to put it back in? Then it's all wet and it's gross.
Well, no, because if you want to put it all back in, the water's already drained out because you took it out.
Yeah,
We're not talking about sinks again.
I'm going to question you about sinks after this, Emma.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just such a weird sentence.
Alternatively, I'm going to send a giant bird to steal you, and then I will show you how the sinks work here. Now they're better.
It's the
Moving
sink,
on.
It's the sink
Anyway.
Inquisition.
Thinking because
So I think we've discussed everything that really is worth discussing about autumn and
Yeah,
no,
well, there
I-
is
Scar,
there is
did
a ho-
you have another topic?
there is like the Harvest Festival, which isn't. It's mostly celebrated if you're religious and you go to church and you have a celebration to celebrate the harvest and
that
bless
any
the
of us?
harvest and that sort of thing.
is that the thing where schools made you bring in like
Yeah, a lot
their words, tins of beans and stuff?
yeah, like can drives and that sort
Yeah.
of thing. Food drives for like to feed the poor and stuff is a offshoot.
cool.
It's offshoot of that. I think it's just kind of feeding the hungry in like autumn winter sort of time and blessing the harvesters from what I can gather. But I don't really celebrate it.
No, neither.
I've just remembered a
I don't either.
bonfire night story.
Oh?
Oh gosh.
Right, so I went to a Steiner Waldorf school. You can look that up after the podcast, or those listening, you can look it up now. And we had some weird traditions.
I'm so glad you gave them permission, Mars.
And it's me basically saying I can't be bothered to explain. So one of the traditions was for bonfire night, where we'd have a procession, where we'd have the older students would carry these torches, and they'd carry the torches to a fire that was set up, and we'd light the fire. Then there was singing and dancing and stuff around the fire, possibly a satanic ritual, not sure. And then when the fire had gone down a bit, people, I think it was aged
Fuck, what's that in
8
the back?
and above, got to jump
That
over
was
the
my
fire.
father.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I got to jump over the fire. I only did it once
Why
before
would
I
you
left the
jump
school.
over the fire? You could have gotten set on fire and died.
It was a very small fire. It was just the embers at this point. It wasn't like
Okay.
there weren't flames. But everyone
Okay.
had to
I'm
dress
like,
up
wow,
wearing
you
orange
guys
and
are
yellow
crazy.
and red.
Yeah, we are.
Just send your children to go leaping over flames.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
this how
I
you
must-
determine which ones are strong enough to continue?
Don't let all our secrets out.
I must say, I have heard of jumping over the embers of the bonfire, but
Yeah.
never actually.
We just
done
roast
it.
marshmallows.
Yeah. It's like
See,
roast
that sounds
marshmallows
brutal.
and have jacket potatoes and
Yeah.
soup
Have-
and
have-
stuff.
Bangers
Excuse
and
me?
mash.
Jacket potatoes.
Jacket potatoes?
Baked
Yes.
potato.
It's potato
you
in
roast-
its jacket.
Yeah, the potato in the skin that you roast in the oven or in a barbecue or
A
something.
baked potato.
Yeah, baked
Yeah,
potatoes
yes.
in an
A
American language.
baked potato.
It's a jacket potato.
jacket
It's got its little
potato.
jacket on.
It's a baked potato.
No, the
You're a
potato's still
baked
got its little
potato.
jacket on.
Yeah, I know, but baked potatoes usually still have their skin.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're jackets.
It's okay.
we're not discussing potatoes without Gally.
Gently. Yeah, we do need Gally here to properly discuss potatoes.
Anyway,
Yes.
I think we've exhausted this topic, and this is
There
roughly
is a
about
dog.
time that we should end the podcast. Also,
Hang on,
there's
no,
a dog.
how long did we go for? I don't even remember. Was it like 15 minutes?
We go for like 45 minutes and then we tend to take about another 10 minutes to shut up talking.
Someone mute Emma.
Hang on.
Amazing. Truly.
Just top-notch professionalism.
And then
Dogs
he starts
barking.
barking. Okay.
With dogs barking and guest star fathers and Skyrim and yeah.
Me
I
silently
don't know how well you
disappearing
did
to
the
get
Skyrim
dinner and no one
background.
noticing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did say AFK for a moment in the chat. I didn't say anything.
No,
No.
We just accepted it.
we just accepted that you were no
It
longer
was very
here.
graceful. If you hadn't said anything, people might not have noticed, but now they're going to notice.
Yeah,
Oh well.
I imagine
That's
people
'cause
might notice.
I
that
was
Emma's
quiet through a lot of it, but
Actually, I'm kind of I'm glad Mars. Okay, for those who are unaware, previously Mars had this creepy like puppet.
oh my gosh.
And now she's changed it to her face, and I much prefer this as opposed to like a voodoo doll of herself. It was terrifying. I was scared, and now it's fine.
You mean the puppet that like Mars flashed up over the last podcast for those who watched it?
Yes.
Those who watched it
That
as
one.
well as listened to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the same blank screen, except for the last a couple of seconds where it was there.
yeah.
Yeah, there was
I
also
feel like you need to flash on
there was
screen
also-
sometimes just to frighten people.
The phrasing is very bad.
I'm not flashing on screen,
The
Tennyson.
the puppet.
Oh,
What I'll do
something
is I'll
else
just
also
change
briefly
her
Shut up.
face and make her look even scarier. Or
You're
maybe I'll
doing
just make
what to who to
a
make them look
scarier-
scary?
Excuse me?
My
I
puppet.
think Mars is gonna edit her puppet and make it look scary,
Or maybe
and
I'll
then
just make
flash
a scary
up a
puppet.
picture of it.
Yeah, you
at
think
some
that one's
point
scary?
during the podcast.
See, when I'm actually trying to make a scary puppet. I have weird
Hmm.
hobbies. Anyway, thank you everyone for listening to the podcast. Yes, I'm just ending it abruptly because no one else seems
No.
to be
No, not allowed.
allowing
No,
it.
it's not.
You're
Quick, be
just-
interesting.
Halloween
If-
episodes of TV shows from Disney Channel. One of my
we
favourite
can't have
things.
an hour-long podcast.
Yes, we can.
I will keep talking as long as just give me a
Remember-
topic and I
remember,
will talk.
Mars,
Go.
the call is like 54 minutes, and we started about 5 minutes after the call. We have time.
Fine.
Okay.
You
Give me a
don't have to
topic and I will
upload
just
this.
talk about it.
Well, you just
Well,
killed
I'd-
them.
Yeah, like films and TV shows.
You
Like
don't have
two
to edit
films
and
I
upload
always
this.
Halloween Town. None of you
Halloween-
know what that is.
Oh, I know of Halloween Town, the Disney movie.
Yes!
I-
Halloween,
I know
the
exists.
Halloween Town,
Oh.
the Disney movie. Ah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Love
But-
it.
I love.
Thank you everyone for
two
watching
films-
listening to the Biscuit
No,
Discourse.
Mars, no, we're not done.
I have been your host, Mars. We've
No,
had
Mars,
Tanadin,
no,
Scara, and
no,
Emma.
no, Mars.
Hocus Pocus
This
and
has
Nightmare
been
Before
the
Christmas.
Halloween,
Oh, no,
Thanksgiving,
no,
Autumn, Bonfire Night
Oh.
episode. I hope you've all enjoyed. I'm going to end this podcast with everyone screaming in the background. Thank you everyone for listening.
Oh,
And-
you're fun.
We will see you next time where we will discuss other things.
You're fired.
This podcast is now monthly, hopefully.
Go
So
away.
you won't expect it to be here every week, just every month.
Mars is a penis.
I'm editing that out. Right. Thank you
No, no,
for
it has to be
listening.
everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.